I'm Richard George, and I'm the Vice President for Strategic Services at CedarCrestone. Today I want to talk about business process innovation. BPR stands for Business Process Reengineering, while often BPI stands for Business Process Improvement. These terms make a person think it's pretty straightforward to improve a process. After all, can't you just analyze a process improvement? But what is improvement? Does it mean reducing the number of process steps, or reducing the number of people involved, or just making it less expensive? All of these are valid, but many times more is needed than just these. For example, we may need to increase internal controls, increase transparency, increase authority or responsibility. These could make a process more complicated or more expensive, but ultimately improved. This is why CedarCrestone classifies BPI in our projects as business process innovation, as many things need to be considered. We bring fresh ideas, leading practices, and practical how-tos as our consultants were first practitioners, supervisors, managers, directors, and leaders to your project. When do you need to consider BPI or to innovate? What's happening in your area of responsibility? Are there any planned changes, or do you just need to make some changes? Do you have a technology project planned? These are key times to take advantage of the situation and gain improvements in many areas. Let me show specific examples. I think real results trumps theory. One of our clients had their ERP deployed, but they're what I'd consider still limping along. They required many approvals for anything, and I don't mean multiple, I mean more approvals than I had fingers. They logged transactions and hand-signed documents that had high value. Was the information available in the system? It was, but it wasn't easy for them to get it. I won't go into those details here. What I want to share is that it was a fairly straightforward process to change the process itself, and there were many ways to eliminate steps, eliminate unnecessary people touching transactions, and lower the cost. What was harder was to understand why they felt this need. They required innovation, not just improvement. While many changes were made to processes, some changes were made to the system, configuration, not customization. And as an example, policies were changed, which had to go to the board for approval, and staff received training and information on why things were changing. What was the value to them? Well, it added up to many, many stacks of dimes. Real dollars were realized, and for the first time in many years, the organization had time to think, to examine what they were doing, and really have time to plan for the coming week, the month, or the year. What's the value for your organization that can spend time thinking and planning versus logging, stamping, and filing? Not to mention that most people know when they're doing some meaningful work versus endless drudgery. CedarCrestone's business process innovation is integrated with our proven implementation methodology. The value to you is your project team has templates and plans for the entire project, for the BPI, for organization change management, for training, for the complete solution. This chart shows a high level of the BPI process and starts with documenting some key metrics. We want to show what's better at the end of the project, so we document key metrics at the beginning and at the end of the project. Phase 2 and 3 create new processes and document the changes. Phase 4 is my favorite, as this is where we test not just the system, but we test all the new processes. Most innovations work trouble-free, but we always find ways to tune and improve. We also catch and make changes for something that was trying to sneak through. And go live, this is the time that we verify everything was working in the real world and remeasure to determine how processes did improve.